All right, folks, good afternoon. Here we are, and we're going to be spending some time today as I move my Zoom. We're going to be spending some time today talking about power. Now, for those of you all that were early in the channel, Power was the first node project that I ever got into. I, of course, did have to buy Fantom in order to interact with the Power protocol. However, when we begin to think about the first true project per se that got me into crypto, Power was it. And so I have a lot of love for Power, but I anticipate that this is going to not be the most glamorous review of where Power is right now. And the reason is because, yeah, I'm just not particularly happy with the investment that I made. We're going to talk about that. I'm not also happy with where I feel the protocol is going, right? And so, as we've reviewed recently to other protocols that I'm in, to other of these node projects, Comb and Vaporfy, both of those projects are interesting to me because I continue to see innovation. I continue to see both protocols continuing to work towards some type of sustainable project beyond simply creating games or creating lotteries or creating poker, right? None of those to me seem particularly sustainable. It doesn't give the token utility. And that's really where I feel Power is at. And so the TLDR is indeed, I don't see the innovation that I would like to see as an investor in Power. And so for that reason, I'm certainly not as high on Power right now as I am on Comb and Vaporfy. And so let's just get into my position. So as we go to Power, okay, so there are a total of 72,796 generators. Obviously, a vast majority of those are here in the nuclear generators. I have begun building up a position in each one of these, and the reason is so I can activate God mode or activate power mode, whatever the mode is now. And I need to get a hydro, so I need 13 power, which at this point 13 times 25 is only like $3.25. And so I might go ahead and just pick up some additional power so I can create that hydro generator. Now I have 34.626 power in my wallet. You divide that essentially by 4, and so I have just over $8 worth. Let me repeat that: $8 worth of power in my wallet. I've got about $2, right, $1.79. I'm making a whopping 18 cents a day here in Power. 18 cents. Now, I'll remind you that I bought into Power somewhere in this range when Power was in the $9 range. And so I spent, and that was also when to make a nuclear node, you only needed 50 power tokens. And so I spent right at $450, $460 to get into Power. And as of yet, I have taken nothing out of this protocol, and I've been in it for just over 3 months now. You can see here that I have migrated my nodes, and so we'll talk about that here in just a second. But I'm down essentially $460 here in this protocol. So obviously the Fantom price has not helped. Fantom has been one of the L1s that has just been destroyed. And so we're seeing that energy price. I just don't even know if it's worth talking about energy right now as a governance token, simply because, I mean, it's essentially worthless. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart here. We've talked a little bit about this. So Power went crazy here in late December, up to 200 a token, went less than $1 here, and then spiked all the way back to $40 or so. Now, then it's just been down ever since. We did a couple of weeks ago, so at the beginning of May, we did spike essentially 100% here, a little bit more than 100% over the course of a couple of days. There was some decent buying pressure. We've had a couple of pieces of buying pressure since then, but on the whole, as you can see, the general theme is indeed down. Okay, and so we're going to be below all of our indicators here when we're looking at this chart. We're going to be below all of your moving averages. We're going to be below all of your anything that would be worth chatting about. It's on only $222,000 in liquidity. We have the fully diluted valuation of $240,000. We have the market cap, including $240,000. Over the last 24 hours, there have been 85 buys, 107 sells for a total volume of $7.3 thousand. And so obviously the chart's not looking great. My investments not looking great. But again, more than anything, and we'll bring up their Discord, more than anything here, as I look at the Discord, I'm just not seeing a ton of innovation, right? We're not seeing a ton of innovation. The announcements right now, they are going through a major migration, okay? And so they did just have a couple of hours ago, as of the time of this recording, which is Sunday, June the 12th, we did have the migration and all its details. 138,000 notes have been migrated. They do want to do some TikTok marketing. They had some compounding updates, but again, I mean, you can even see here the reactions hasn't been great, right? And so I'm just not sure that I'm seeing the level of innovation that you're seeing in a protocol like Comb or even Vaporfy right here. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm not particularly bullish on Power right now, is because I'm just not seeing that level of innovation. And so, yeah, you can go through, you can try to find something to be excited about, but I'm just not seeing a lot that I'm excited about in the Discord. I'm not seeing a lot that I'm excited about from the developers. And so you can see here why that is the case. I'm not seeing a lot in regards to staking. We can go back here. I also do want to bring up their white paper. We can go to their their lottery, right? So I mean, let's take a look at this. So you get a lot of power, right? But I mean, that's not a ton of it's not a ton of money. You have to approve the contracts. 469 power is only 113 US dollars. So that's where that is. And so not a lot of folks are interacting with that. And I mean, why would they? Just the lottery isn't super great when there's not utility for the token in other places. Okay, you do have knowledge base. It's not a lot. Again, we haven't seen there, but here's also something that's been a little bit concerning to me as I go through the roadmap. Okay, and so we are getting ready to be done with Q2. Okay, and so Q2, focus on improving your reward distribution system, modifying the work on power protocols and technologies. I haven't seen the iOS or the Android mobile app. We have seen the staking features come through, but again, I'm not particularly excited about the staking features. And I haven't seen the NFT collection to boost rewards. Then we have Q3, right? So we're 3 months towards the end of the roadmap, and we're not seeing this utility, right? So multi-chain integration, I'm not seeing improved project awareness and visibility. They're beginning to work on that through the TikTok marketing, but I'm not seeing that and intensifying marketing, right? We have that there as well. So launch the Power DeFi allegation protocol, get listed on another top exchange. Again, we're not seeing any of these, and I'm not really hearing a lot. And so I'm worried that the protocol likely is not going to make it. That's really where I'm at here. If I was going to put more money into Power, which I'm not going to do, but if I was, or let me rephrase that, if I was going to put money into another node project right now that I'm currently invested in, it would either go into Vaporfy or it would go into Comb. I'm just not seeing what I want to see here on Power. So that's where I'm at with Power. The liquidity total locked value is only $50,000. Okay. So I'm not seeing what I'd like to see here when it comes to Power. Again, I still have a lot of love for the protocol because it is one of the ones that got me into decentralized finance. And so I would love for it to take off. I would love for it to turn around. I'm just not seeing that right now. And for, those reasons, my excitement level isn't a lot. So what am I going to do here as it pertains to Power? At $8, it's really not even worth me selling this off. And so, you know, now it would take me at 18 cents a day. Well, here, let's just do what is that? 450. So I had $450 into divided by 0.18. So it'll take me 2,500 days to break even, right? And so as I'm thinking about what that means, right, at 18 cents a day, 2,500 days to break even. And then, let's just take that down by 365. Oh, 362. I messed that up. So I'm looking at 7 years to break even now at this point, not taking into account the amount that I already have here. Let's just so you even take 400 and let's just say 60. I think that's a little bit better. So 460 minus the $8 that I have in there, divided by 0.18. That takes us to 200, and that's even worse. Divided by 360. What am I doing? Clearly, I think there are 362 days in a year, right? So again, 7 years to break even. At that point, I might as well just throw it in to see if it rebounds. So I'm going to compound, right? I'm going to compound into another nuclear here when I get the chance. And we'll see again. And here's another thing, right? I understand that I'm rambling at this point, but it underscores the point that I'm not super excited about power, and that they're trying to work on the deflationary pressure of the token, and so you're seeing higher taxes, right? That just isn't an answer for me, right? That just isn't an answer for me. So that's where I'm at with power. I hope you find this useful. If you have any questions about power, please let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to keep grinding. We're going to keep grinding and see what happens here in this world of decentralized finance. And, maybe one of these protocols are going to hit. All right, folks, take care. I hope you're doing really well today, and we'll talk to you soon.